But yeah, I'm going through all the machines on the Sensei difficulty. Now, for all those who are not aware, F-Zero X Climax is basically a different version of F-Zero X. It's a little bit harder in terms of the tracks. But yeah, that's it. That's alright, Jumpman. Spur of the moment thing, trying to go back to streaming. So anyway, this is the skull, otherwise known as Arvin Gordon. Okay. Yeah, that's not ideal. And he's basically one of the henchmen of Dark Minion. Now, all the F-Zero Climax stuff is on here, all the assets and all that, and this is not the best start in the world, let's be honest. But essentially speaking, what I'm going to go through is definitely doing a few more. Definitely need to warm up a little bit here. I'm going in a bit cold. So anyway, the skull is basically one of the henchmen of Dark Minion, and he makes some sporadic appearances throughout episodes 27 and 39. Not too many appearances. He doesn't really have too much of a focus. He's just there as the Black Magician. Off the more. So he works for Dark Minion. His main port of call is in episode number 28, and I also believe episode number 29 as well, where he's just, yeah, that's where his Black Magician is coming along. The machine itself, Sonic Phantom, in this situation of the game and in Climax as well, is reasonable. It's not the best machine in the world, but you can definitely do things with it. It's actually press. Okay, so that first episode out of the way. Cactus second. It can be speedruns, yeah. It can do speedruns from time to time. I do quite a bit on the speedrunning side as well. I've just uploaded a redone on my Bronze Cup. I took about another 9 seconds out of my Blue Falcon one. I can easily go quicker with a fast machine, which is Bloodhawk. Bloodhawk's the best machine in this game because of its great boosting ability and weak grip. Surprisingly, weak grip is actually good in this game. This has got D grip, so it's a little bit stronger than the E grip, but it's definitely not the strongest one. Ooh. So Sky. So this is Sky Highway. So this is not the best track in the world, and I'm getting clobbered left, right, and centre. And this is also going to be one of the more difficult tracks because all the tracks are essentially replacements of their ex-counterparts. So essentially, take this one for example. Port Town, this version replaces Silence 2 in F-Zero X, from F-Zero X even. I'm going to take that one a little bit tighter, methinks. And if you saw my Gamma run, which was quite a long time ago actually now, it's a few months ago now, you saw all the original versions of the tracks. So, one pit area only on this track. So, yikes. Whoa, hello. Get out of there. And all the tracks are essentially remixed from the Game Boy Advance version of F-Zero Climax. This is X Climax, given that this is X originally. And all the tracks are actually a lot more difficult. There we go, that's another track done. One machine taken out. Tell you what, that was a little bit shaky, but it's good enough. It's good enough. Got the race win, that was the main point. That was the main thing. I don't particularly care too much about who I took out because it's too hard to tell. I think it was actually Ultimate I took out, looking back at it. Anyway, the skull in the anime is just one of those ridiculously annoying henchmen. But he's so funny. He's funny. He's a funny character. He's more neutral in the actual games, rather than pure outright evil. He's just evil because, well, he looks evil, and that's it. And, well, that's basically it. He's more of a one of those immoral characters rather than outright evil or corrupt characters, like another individual which I'm going to be doing a little bit later on. Anyway, the guy who did all this is Phillippe Brodier. So he's one of the best F-Zero X players in France, and he's also a renowned custom trap maker for the game. So he basically did all this from scratch. A few textures were borrowed, but the idea of the tracks. Oh nuts! That didn't quite work out, and I'm going again. Nuts, nuts, and a nuts. I know what I needed to do there, but I just messed up the execution. That's Mighty Hurricane out of the way. I also forgot to mention, it's the same rules apply in terms of machine destroying. If I destroy 5 machines at any point, it's only redeemable. If I destroy 5 machines at any point, I actually get a machine back again, so it's only redeemable once. So it works in the same rate as F-Zero X does. I think I took that a little bit too close. But I'm not taking it overly risky here. It's going to be back, that's all I can say. Feels weird to be back though, in all honesty, after doing all regen stuff for the last 2 months and not being able to have much chance of streaming for myself. Family as well as family life as well. It does wear you out a little bit. So the annoying henchman of the skull is basically there. I'm not going to post the ROM link though, because it is a ROM and Nintendo might actually kill me for it. And it's one of my more popular series as well. Must be some sort of balance. Oh, 100%. What I did there, I didn't demonstrate it in that particular run, but you can do a double tap dive, which I explained also in the gamma level. But essentially, you're just double tapping the side attack. Double tacking either left side attack or right side attack when you're at an angle, and it increases your speed. Because I'm using the NTSC version, it goes up to 3000. When I did Gamma, I was using the PAL version, which was the genuine soft. It was genuine hardware. This is not going at all well. Get out of the way, you. There you go. That's what you get for getting in my way, Black Shadow. I don't care if you're my boss. Right, so 3 machines out of the way. This is also the first time in the run I'm using slider settings, which is actually the ideal settings throughout the majority of the game. But surprisingly, I feel I haven't mastered it, and it's best to do slider settings on E grade. This is one of the exceptions to the rule though, because of the track design. So Sonic Phantom's got mediocre body, good boot, one of the best boosts in the game, but not one of the best grips in the game. And because I am very used to these tracks now, I'm okay with that. I've not really mentioned too much about the skull in the anime. He doesn't really make too many appearances in this first part of the anime. So, the thing is, we're also with this version, you can't play it casually. You have to know the tracks in order to get the best out of them. That's why I try and aim for the highest quality. And where possible, get all the wins. So that's a good one. So there, that's one of the good ones. I didn't quite get that 5th machine, which is going to be crucial for this next track. Eagle Circuit, otherwise known as the Championship Circuit. One of 2 tracks that is not part of the original Gold Cup. The other one being Cactus Circuit, which was part of the Silver Cup in its original game. Now this track, well, you need to learn it. This is one of those tracks that will bite you very badly if you don't learn the track. And I'll show you why, because there are dash plates all over the place. There are bits you can fall off, there are mines as well. Pit areas in completely odd places like here. It would be helpful if the rack can get out of the way. I know you're an Ascended fanboy. Oh, another machine. And the AI can destroy itself, which is actually one of the, it's actually fine, it's fine, because that at least gives you a chance. Mr. Dash. Yep, there's a chap living on the way up. I missed another one. Yeah, this is where I think Blue Falcon's going to be the next to go. No, it's not actually. We saw another machine disappear. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, there's another one. But this track is unforgiving. Probably guess it is very unforgiving. It's one of the most, it's actually the most unforgiving track in the game. It's one of the very unforgiving tracks. As you can tell here, I'm having a really hard time. Oh, Billy's out. Gotta make sure I keep the energy going. I spent so many hours on this track, it's unbelievable. With save states and all that, just to try and get a rough idea what to do on this track. And to be honest, it's another reason why it's so hard. It replaces one of the shortest tracks in the game. Creeps. Yeah, I'm back. Hello Creeps, good to see you again. Yes, I am back. 6 tracks per cup. It was 5 for everyone's in the series, so X is the exception. If you count aside the Platinum Cups, of course. Platinum Cups of Climax, and if you count aside the Climax and GP Legend tracks of Platinum, it's 6 per cup. I say 5, but that's GX. Right, this is the hardest, the gold. Yikes, this is going to be interesting because virtually all of this is virtually warless. And also another thing, this is actually not as hard as its Game Boy Advance version because we've got walls here, so it's fine for the most part. Wait, whoops! Yep, you don't want to be doing that. I'm not swearing either because of the fact I actually had to. Last time I swore when I did one of these, I was 20 quid out of pocket. So yeah, you don't want to be doing that. Got to be very smooth with these turnies as well. Jump. Dash. Jump. I'm taking a little bit of course here because this is a D-grip machine and I'm on max speed. So I don't want to be doing too many things to go off here. I'm also visiting a machine as well for good measure. You see, that's what happens when you see, this is what happens. This is what happens when you mess up a little bit. It bites you. It completely bites you in the backside. Yeah, so this is... Okay, I'm okay now. Right, so I've got 5, because I've got 5 machines, I've got a machine back again. I was meant to demonstrate it earlier, but now was the perfect time to do so. It also gives you a safety barrier as well, in case you fall off again. Because if you fall off when there are no machines left, it's game over. And you do not want that to happen on the last go. So, through this section. It's very possible you can get away with it for slider settings, but since this is not a full on-out speed run per se, it's not a full speed run per se, it's just a playthrough to see how well I can do it. I might do a recording of this later, but it depends on, it will depend on a number of factors, how good my performance was overall, and whether I need to do it again. If I feel like my performance was good enough, then it gets uploaded to YouTube, but if it wasn't, then I'll just do it off the back burner. Okay, so this is the right so far. To be honest, when me falling off on this level, that's the first time that I've done that in that particular section. Whoop, don't want to be doing that too often. Right. Whew. Tell you what, that was a little bit of a pain, but I managed to get it done. To be honest, I'm glad to be back. So, in terms of, well, the skull in this game, he basically is the Black Magician. He only makes a number of appearances in episodes 27 through to 39. Most notably, he, well, sent Dr. Stewart to sleep by use of his black magic when Dr. Stewart was called up to do something for Dark Minion. I'll explain more in his part of the story. Cars, no, it isn't my kitchen. It's not my kitchen, it's my niece's kitchen. She likes to play with it quite a lot. But anyway, this is a good run. All first places on a track, on these tracks, which is good. Yeah, I'm cooking some things, that's for sure. But anyway, welcome to the stream, cars. And so here we go for the top 3. In third place, it's Baba and the Iron Tiger. Second place, Captain Falcon and the Blue Falcon. And last but not least, the winner, the Skull, driven by myself with the Sonic Phantom. And this, well, that's episode 28 it's from. All the pictures will get replaced as well by pictures of the anime, which is in this case as well. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's good to be back. This is going on the YouTube side, so the usual YouTube obligatories apply here, so get to it.